So I'm going to take you guys over to my board because I always show you my to-do list. So I touched on this a little bit in the end of the last vlog, but I thought it would just be kind of gibberish talking to you guys about it because it was kind of like a whole different thing that I've been doing over the last few weeks. I've been drawing a lot over the last few weeks. The last week or so has been really about my yarns and devoire for knit, because I really wanted to get, again, I was talking about that kind of, I wanted to do the diagonal stripe, and I really wanted to try and get like a transparent stripe in my knit. And it is quite like a difficult thing to figure out because devoire requires like a chemical burnout of the yarn, so it's really important what kind of yarns you pick because you don't want it to fall to pieces, because you're basically burning out a strip of your fabric, like you're just, with a chemical, you're just burning that right out and washing it out. So obviously you're severing the yarns then, and there's nothing really to hold them together, so it's been about figuring out that. A few ways I wanted to attempt it, but luckily the first time it worked really well, which is unusual, but I feel like I spent a lot of time talking to people and talking to people that had good yarn knowledge. Like the weavers always have a really good yarn knowledge because they use devoire quite a lot. So basically I concluded that I would try and knit with a nylon filament, which just looks like this. So it's just basically like nearly like fishing wire, but very thin. This one is from Uppington. I'll put the link in the down bar if you want to look for it. It's basically a very fine yarn that you can use for weaving or knitting. And I really wanted to do this on the double bed because I love the double bed knitting machines. The single beds just really aren't I just don't love them as much as a double bed. So basically double bed knit is a bit thicker, so instead of kind of being like just a single bed like this, it just kind of actually has like 2 layers of knit in it. I don't know how to describe it to you guys. So it's just a bigger kind of semi-industrial machine. It's quite heavy, you use your arms a lot in it. So I really wanted to try combine the nylon filament with just a regular yarn and burn out the regular yarn and hope that the nylon filament held it all together. So it would then create like a transparent stripe. Well, like kind of look like a transparent stripe even though it's not, it's just like the fishing wire holding it together. So I did that, and I found that, well, from asking around the weavers and stuff, I found that lamb's wool or any type of wool kind of yarn would be my best bet because I could wash it after and it would felt. So I think I better show you guys and stop trying to tell you because it'll be a bit hard to just explain. But this is what I kind of came up with. So this is the lamb's wool, and obviously wool, when you wash it, it felts, so it holds together a bit better. So my worry was that I would burn this out, and because I'm severing, this was all one knitted grey piece, I put my print screen over it. I put the devoire caustic paste. The caustic paste was then steamed, it burnt out the fabric, but the fear with that is that you literally are severing the yarns, so I was afraid that this would just all fall out and unravel, but it didn't. I wanted to pick the wool just so that it obviously I could maybe wash it and then it would felt and would have more chance of staying without fraying, because felting is basically when all the fibres kind of just clump together and kind of knot around each other, so it's not going to unravel. Luckily I had to wash this out quite rigorously with my hands in some kind of hot warm water, and luckily I got most of it out without any of it kind of fraying. It's not the neatest in the world, but I mean it's still, I'm really impressed for like my first go at it to actually work, because I'm not a printer, I don't know much about chemicals or fibres, but I have been learning like a lot about kind of what ones would work. So as you can see, the lamb's wool worked really well, and you can see the nylon filament. So basically I just knitted the lamb's wool and the nylon filament together as one yarn, like kind of as if they were spun together. And what I found was my difficulty was the nylon filament kept bouncing out of the machine, so like it just wasn't knitting very well. But what I did was I actually spun on a separate kind of ball, there's those things that kind of wind up a new ball of yarn for you. I spun the nylon filament and the lamb's wool together, and that helped a lot in terms of getting it to knit together on the double bed, because otherwise it was just kind of bouncing out and being a nightmare, because obviously like nylon filament is plastic, so it's not really going to hang on to the needles very well. So yeah, oh my god, I'm out of breath from telling you guys this, but I'm really happy with how it came out. Thing that was wrong with this though, that the caustic paste, like you don't kind of get it all out, so it does leave a little bit of like a discoloration. So maybe I'm hoping if I use a darker color, like if my knit was like green white, I could maybe put this side green and this side green, and then it might hide the darker color. You might not see that discoloration, but it's all in time to come. These are all things that you need to think about and document. And something that I haven't done, which I need to do this week, is I bought some big sketchbooks, and I haven't really been documenting my work very well, and it was the one thing in my tutorials that my lecturers were like, they were like, look, we've had the review of your work, because we had like a big kind of review on week 8 where all the tutors come around and look at your work. And the main thing with mine was I was just not documenting. Like, I know myself what I'm doing, I know my plans to go ahead, but I haven't documented very well at all. So I bought those big sketchbooks, and on Saturdays like today I'm going to come in and just fill that sketchbook with whatever I've done that week, little notes that I need to put down, pictures of the processes. So I just need to document like every step I'm doing, all my experiments and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to dedicate Saturdays to. Also ordered some new yarns. My yarns to do my stripy knit are on the way. I got like like a dark forest green. It's a lot darker than this actually. I quite like this green, but I think I'm going to go for more of an emerald green. And then I ordered kind of a blush color like that, but I have to order a plain white. But I also ordered these like accent yarns. So these are from handweavers.co.uk, I think, and they're just gorgeous colors. Look at them. Look at those colors. They're just so beautiful. So these are basically going to be knitted as accent colors, kind of like this stripe that I'm doing here. So I kind of want to knit my basic colors along with these sort of variations of the same color. So they're slightly lighter, slightly darker than colors that I've already been working with, and I think it would just add an extra dimension to the kind of, I don't know, my one of my stripes that I'm doing quite a lot of colors in. So I just thought it would make it a bit more interesting. So those are from handweavers.co.uk. I sell these really handy. Again, this is mercerized cotton, very hard to find. This website is the only other website I found mercerized cotton on that has really nice colors. They don't do a lot of neutrals, but they do these really quirky, like, I don't know, I just think that's like a gorgeous kind of faded green. These are 25 grams. I didn't have to buy big cones, which is great. They sell these 25 grams for about 3 or 4 quid a piece, which is brilliant just to test with if you don't want to buy a big cone, because a lot of the time you do get caught with buying really big cones and then you might not even use them. So this is great. I'm really happy they do these small cones. Copley Marshall didn't, as I was telling you guys in my last vlog. So really happy with those yarns. I don't know if I have any. Oh, I've started toiling and pattern cutting. I started doing a shirt, but I've realized again that shirts are not in my thing, I guess. I better show you guys my sketchbook. Where is it? Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys my sketchbook and some of my drawings that I've been doing. Just really basic concepts, things that I've seen, kind of styles I've seen from pictures and stuff like that, and not necessarily finished products, just ideas that I can take into a layout pad later on. But it's just good to get them all down and see what's kind of looking good. So I like to work in these small moleskin sketchbooks because they're not too scary. They don't have like an obnoxious amount of pages, and they're just not as intimidating. So first of all, I did the box exercise, which is, oh my god, I'm so out of breath, guys. I talk way too much. This is something our tutor gave us to do. It's an exercise. It's not the proper box exercise. It's like a mini version. And basically, you just draw as many boxes as outfits you need to do or projects you need to do. And then each box, let's say, is an outfit, and I need to write exactly what I'm doing for each outfit. So for example, I have a knit top, a trouser and a jacket, but I haven't decided what kind of trouser, what kind of jacket and what it's going to be made out of yet. But just starting it really helps you make decisions, which is what I found. I found that after, I thought I was going to be using chiffon in my collection from the box exercise. I know that there is no point doing chiffon because there was only one piece I wanted chiffon in. And there's no point just having like one of something for the sake of it, you know, if it doesn't really fit in with the rest of the collection. So it really forces you to make a decision about what you want to do. So that was a really helpful exercise. From that, I was able to kind of really pinpoint the fabrics that I wanted, which was silks or viscose silks, and also like other lustrous fabrics, leather, things like that. So that was really helpful. And then in terms of sketches, I kind of started out shit because it takes me a while to get into drawing, so the ones at the start are all kind of crap. But then they kind of get quite, oh, those are quite crap as well, but hold on. So that, the yarns I was showing you earlier, I'd love to do like a sort of a diagonal knit with like those little off kind of colours going on. I don't want to show you too much because that would be a spoiler, wouldn't it? But yeah, so this week I might actually do a wee bit of drawing today and take some things into the layout pad. But today I need to tidy up my dissertation, a little bit last minute stuff, and also, what else do I need to do today? I've been pattern cutting this week, so I've done 2 days of pattern cutting. I have 2 patterns done. I have a jacket pattern done and a knitted top jersey block done as well. So yeah, the next few weeks is just going to be ham in the studio toiling, hopefully. So I will try and show you guys what I'm up to while I'm working there. And I don't know, I think it'd be nice for you guys to see the kind of pattern cutting process and how to make it up into a toile. If you don't know what a toile is, that's a toile. It's just a kind of a fake version of your garment made in kind of cheap cotton fabric. I've also ordered a ton of samples. A lot of them came this week. They weren't great. I must show you my London ones actually before I sign off, because I never actually got to show you them. And also something I do want to touch on is, which you'll see in my file, is accounts. And I've been keeping accounts in ledgers, and I haven't done ledgers since I was in school in like junior cert, but it is a great skill to have. I love business studies and I just love business in general. So I've been keeping my studio practice costs in yarn costs, fabric costs, miscellaneous costs, and I'm going to do like a page for each month. So as you can see, this is all November, so it's kind of a bit of accounting, like really basic accounting. My kind of household budget style ledger. Obviously I'm blocking my income because it's a bit personal, but I have all my other kind of basic costs, like my household costs and my uni costs here, and like discretionary things and stuff. So at the end of the month I'll top all that up, and I think it's just good practice to kind of keep account of your records, because literally every time I buy something now, even if it's the smallest thing off eBay, there is a module next semester which is pretty much graduate skills, so it's all that kind of stuff, but I want to do it for myself and just get a head start in it and actually document my finances for the whole year, and I think it's just a good habit to get into. So that is my very long update, but like I said, I haven't talked to you guys in a few weeks, and there was a lot for you guys to catch up on from what I've been doing. So I won't spend too much time talking about the samples, there's a whole bunch of them here, but these are just my London samples, and what I've done is I've cut the swatches out, put them on these parcel cards that you can get from Poundland or Paper Chase, and I've put the details of the store and how to order on the back, and like information about the fabric. So it's really important you keep track of everything that you've gotten if you want to try and find it again. Also, a lot of you guys have been asking what markers I use to draw on my sketchbook on Instagram and stuff. Sometimes I put up my sketchbook pages. I use Copic Chow markers because I don't know, I just really like working in markers. It's quick, it's not like too dainty and fussy, and doesn't take like a long time to colour in something. So I've been really loving working with markers over the last year, and I've been just building up my collection. These are about, they are expensive. Any sort of illustration markers you get are going to be expensive. I know the Letraset Tria ones are great for fashion. I've never used them before. I have used Letraset and I didn't like them, but I haven't tried the Tria ones. Apparently the Tria ones are the ones that I use for fashion. But I'm quite happy with the Capuccio ones. They're about £3.50 to £4 each, which is insane, but it's an investment. Hey guys, so I'm down in the pattern cutting room. I've been here pretty much all week. I totally forgot to vlog it. I think it's just because there's quite a lot of people in here and everyone was really hard at work, and for me anyway, I was panicking. Well, not panicking, but I was pretty, I don't know, worried about getting stuff done, so I didn't really pick up the camera and vlog. But it's Saturday, I'm in here today, and I'm also in my gym gear, as you can see, because I am going to spin class afterwards. I currently have Ben Howard's new album on my Spotify playlist, and I'm in here on my own and I'm just working away. This week I got a jacket toile done. A toile is just a mock-up of the clothing before you actually make it in the real materials. So I don't know why I'm filming in a mirror. I guess it's just a little bit easier and you guys can kind of see all of me rather than a bit of me. So yeah, that's what I've been doing all week. So I kind of wanted to do this pilot inspired jacket, like a US Air Force kind of jacket. I don't know, I just really like those kind of US Air Force kind of pilot jackets, the one with the shirling on the inside and stuff. And because, I don't know, I've seen a lot, but the whole collection is a little bit androgynous, and from looking at research pictures and stuff, women styled men's clothing really well and kind of wore more manly pieces in an androgynous way. So I thought it would be fun to do a kind of a nice big lapelled aviator style pilot jacket. So I've done that this week, and hopefully I'll order the fabric for the final toile, because we have to have a few, at least try and get as many finished toiles done before the end of the semester for like the hand in. So hopefully I'll get that one finished. You kind of do it a few, I'll show you guys. So usually you might end up doing, you know, depending how complicated your pattern is and you know, how many things you need to fix as you go along. You might do, I usually do 2 of these, or yeah, I usually do about 2 of these before I do my final one. I usually kind of nail it by the 3rd go, but sometimes it might take more tries, sometimes it doesn't. So for example, this is a really basic mock-up of the jacket I did, and I left one sleeve skinny and I made the other sleeve wider and kind of put like a wee fake cuff on it, like an elasticated cuff, just to see what it looks like, what the shape's like. And then in my next toile I adjust it further. So if I didn't like, for example, I didn't like this sleeve, I thought it was too skinny, so the second time round I did the sleeve wider. And that's basically what toiling is all about. It just helps you create the exact shape you want before you do it in your final fabric. So that's what I've been doing all week, and I didn't get to show you guys, but it was a really long week of trying to get that jacket right. But now I am not sewing today. Like I said, it's Saturday and I really couldn't be bothered. So I've just been doing some pattern cutting. Now I am not sewing today. Like I said, it's Saturday and I really couldn't be bothered. So I've just been doing some pattern cutting and just playing about with draping, and playing about with just draping on the dummy. So for example, I've just done this one, and I'll film any other ones that I do today for you guys as well. But basically just using, before you do the toiles, you know, you have your pattern blocks, which are the basic templates for the clothing, and then you adjust them to suit your style or adjust them to suit your design. So what I'm doing is I'm taking those blocks, retracing them out on paper, and then having a little play with them on, you know, where I want the folds and stuff like that. So I'm working on a pair of trousers. I'm trying to work out my toiles like per outfit, so I'm trying to complete one outfit before I move on to another piece. So I've done the jacket, I need to do the top, and I'm doing the pants to go with, let's say, outfit 1. And then once I'm done all those and I'm happy with the toiles, I'll move on to outfit number 2. So that's what I'm hoping to do. I know I look exhausted, sorry guys. And also last night, I stayed till 9 o'clock last night and 9 o'clock the night before. And I was just kind of playing about a knit in the evenings. So tonight I'm going to do this for a little while longer, and then I really want to start kind of wrapping up my sketchbook. So I might get a little bit of that done before I go to spin class at 7. And a lot of you guys have been asking me like how I'm balancing my life right now. And I'm kind of happy to say that for the first time in my life, I do actually have a little bit of balance. I'm one of those people, I'm all or nothing. Like for instance with the gym, I'll go to the gym non-stop and then I'll completely not go, and then I won't go to the gym again for 6 months. I'm one of those people, I'm really all or nothing, and I just like hit things hard or I go home basically. So, but at the moment I've been having a really good balance, especially for the last maybe about 3 weeks. I joined the gym a few weeks ago because a new one opened up a lot closer to me, which has made an awful difference. So I've signed up to Pure Gym, and they do kind of classes like spin classes and stuff, all like within the price that you pay. I was really lucky because it was a new gym. They actually have a Pure Gym right next to university, but I never used to go because I hated dragging all my like a second change of clothes into university. So another one opened up a little bit closer by where I live. It's kind of like a chain, and it's much easier to get to, and I usually go once I get home. And The good thing about it is I only have to pay £10 per month because I signed up before it opened. They had this like special offer for a year. You'd get your gym membership for £10. So literally for £10 I get like all my gym classes and obviously basic use of the gym. So me and Cathal signed up to that, and he's been going with me a little bit as well. I've been trying to go every second night, so I do really long days at uni, so I might get in at 9 or 10, stay till at least 5 or 6, and I've found that if I do start my day early, like 9 or 10, 6 is kind of my cutoff point, and I've been just listening to my body. I promised myself I wouldn't be doing any crazy late nights this year, any like stressful all-nighters. I would make it as easy and as enjoyable for myself as possible, and that's kind of I've been really sticking to it. For the first time I really feel like I have a bit of balance. So I have my balance with my boyfriend, who obviously is a bit easier because we do live together. I usually do yoga once a week with 2 or 3 girls from uni. It's called Flow Yoga Studio Belfast. It's really good. It's like proper legit yoga, like you say namaste and like do an and everything at the end. It's really good. It's really chilled out. It's like an hour and 15 minutes long, and I'm really unflexible, and plus it stretches me out after I've been to the gym all week. So that's been really good, and for relaxation and keeping me calm, it's helped. I really look forward to it every week. So definitely try and find like a good yoga studio if you're kind of, if you do get stressed easily. It is quite a relaxant, I think. So that's what I've been up to. 9 o'clock, staying until uni till 5 or 6. Usually bring my lunch with me. I pre-make all my lunches the night before. Usually it's either leftover dinner, or I will just do a bulk cooking session on like a Sunday night, and that'll do me for maybe the next 4 nights, and just kind of make like little quick salads here and there, little bits of sweet potato and chicken and stuff like that, and usually fills me up for the day. I have fruit in the morning and fruit in uni, and then my lunch. Go home at around 5 or 6, go to the gym once I get home, and then relax for the rest of the evening, doing some blog stuff. I have been trying to keep on top of my blog as well. That's kind of another thing that I've had added into the mix of all the things I need to do. But last week I had a pretty good blogging week. This week it's been pretty slow, just because me and Cathal didn't shoot last weekend, which is usually the days that I create content for my blog. So I haven't done that, but I have been paying a girl in uni to take, one of my friends really, to help me with outfit pictures once a week, and then I will start shooting with Cathal this weekend again. So next week should be a better blogging week again. Just this week was a little bit slow, and I usually try and squeeze in filming a video as well at least once a week. So that's what I've been doing. Oh, and I'm doing these vlogs, can't forget about that. So that's kind of my balance. It's a little bit crazy. It's very long, very full days, but I believe it is possible if you really, really want it. I've said that to myself the last 2 years that I've wanted balance in my life, but I feel like this time I've actually done it, and if you really, really want it, you can make it happen. You have a lot of catching up to do. It's only 2 teaching weeks left now before we break up for Christmas, and I'm going back to work on Sunday. So I'm doing weekends like I told you guys before, so it's going to get hectic. It's going to fly from here on, and then I maybe only have a week after Christmas beforehand, and so I only have about 3 weeks worth of work left. And I mean, it took me a whole week to do one jacket, so as you can imagine I have a lot to do, and I have the whole knitwear side of things to figure out as well. So it's going to be a really busy few weeks. Option number 2, this process. So this time they're a little bit wider.